So you can see here we've got like a little gymnastic course. We've got some little walk poles on the turn. I've got some planks on the left there just to practice walking individual ones. We've got some higher dressage boards here just on the left hand side, which I use to walk over to get them to use their joints well. Some poles there on the right hand side. I've got a plank on the floor in front, and then also some raised and just walk poles here on the turn, all of which are doing different things. So we've got some to be able to stretch them laterally and some to be able to stretch them front to back. So yeah, just all in walk to start. Okay, so just working on walking over these planks and just aiming just to keep the same rhythm and to be able to keep the same place on them. So I'd like them, if I choose to walk over them on the left, I stay on the left, or obviously on the right or the center. So wherever I ask them to go over, they stay. So basically they are what's called holding their line. So I then would go to progress to the walk rails there on a turn. They are 4 little feet apart in the middle. The aim of these little walk rails on the turn are, and I've got them so they're, you can make them stretch a little bit more on the left hand side, or if you're on from this direction, or if you've got one that's struggling a little bit, that can just go on the inside line. Just again opens the shoulder, frees the shoulder up, and also stretches the hamstrings. Okay, so then go on to walking over the poles, really relaxed. Ideally he'll put his inside leg, front leg, over it first. At the moment he tends to be putting the outside shoulder, so I just repeat, and obviously it depends how I approach the poles. So I'm not really doing anything with my rein. Ideally it's all with my leg, so I'm using the outside leg to push him round now. So now I'm going to use the left leg to push him round. Good boy. Right leg to push him round, but very much got the inside leg on as well to encourage him to step forwards and over, so he starts to stretch. When I'm using these rails, I'm asking him with my leg, but without my seat, to stretch. So yeah, you see sometimes I then offer my hand as well to be able to encourage him just to stretch and push into it. Good, and an encouraging leg, telling him all the time gently, come on, stretch, be a little bit more open. Okay, so gradually I start to change the angle on these. I make sure he keeps the same tempo. So my leg is doing all the work. So now I'm using my right leg. Good boy, I won't do too much lateral just yet. So using my outside leg, but very much supporting inside leg, because as I say, I want him to keep stepping forward, not just over. So to me, it's about the forward crossing. Good boy. And that's obviously what's going to keep him parallel when I start to do this. So I've got both legs on, more right leg, both legs on, more left leg, both legs on, more right leg, both legs on, more left leg. Good boy. Okay. So if you decide to do more steps away from the pole and in between changing over the pole, then you've got more luxury of time to be able to position them, so you could be further away from the pole if you needed. So demonstrate that again. Good boy. So for example, you can end up a little bit more here. Take your time, make sure they're straight. But as I say, so I'm going to demonstrate now using a lot of the outside leg. You can see I end up far too far away from the poles, and ideally you want to be close to them. So it's a small step. Good boy. Over, stay close to the pole. Good. Over, stay close to the pole. Good boy. Stay close to the pole. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy.